I'm taking my ball and I'm bloody going home. Um, Xbox leaving the game industry would be better for everyone. Now, I want to read this because
Okay.
I don't think that's the case.
No.
But it's still an interesting article. And the reason, well, I'll explain in a moment. The recent leaks surrounding Microsoft Xbox have sparked debate about the tech giant's role and influence in the gaming industry. Um, this guy from Metro shared their perspective and suggested that Xbox's potential exit from the gaming world might be beneficial for the industry as a whole. I don't think so, but let's see what they say. So we have the leaks. Yep. So Microsoft unintendedly revealed a ton of their documents and their plans pretty much for the next 10 years. Plus, there were emails from top executives, including Xbox boss Phil Spencer, that have provided an insight into the mindset. Spencer's comments about knowing better than Nintendo and claiming that Microsoft might exit the gaming industry if certain targets aren't met raised everybody's eyebrows. Now, I don't know if this is in my notes, but Microsoft in these emails were looking at doing a cheeky hostile takeover of Nintendo.
Oh, you heard about that? Never
Yeah.
happened. Never
No,
happened.
never happened. Do you know why? Because Nintendo is sitting on a pile of cash the size of the north face of the Eiger. No way that would happen.
I also looked up the figures of sales between the Switch, Xbox, and Sony, and
Yeah.
there's no competition.
Oh, the Switch is kicking everyone's ass. Um, PlayStation 2 is not PlayStation 2. PlayStation 5 is doing well.
Yeah.
I thought the Xbox was doing well, but apparently lots of Xbox S's have been selling more. Apparently, more Xbox S's are in the wild than there are Xbox X series,
Yeah, I
according
get
to
that.
these leaks.
It was cheaper. I
It
get
was
that.
cheaper, and the worst thing is, if you bought a PS5 and you put the S next to the PS5, they look like they belong together.
Okay.
Look, if you look at it, it's white and black,
Mm.
like your PlayStation's white and black. They were like we could.
Now you
We
see, to
should.
me, when I see them together, I see a mini fridge and a camping stove.
It's making me feel hungry. That is now. Oh, I could do with a bit of nice, strong bit of cheese.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, it's there's arguments that Microsoft had a negative impact on the gaming industry compared to Sony or Nintendo. Um, Microsoft's strategy is a little destructive. So we're talking when they bought out the Xbox 360 and they had horse armor in Elder Scrolls. Oh, crikey, you remember that?
No.
We had to pay 60 Microsoft points. This is the first microtransaction ever to make it into the press. Not the first microtransaction, but the one that made everyone go, well, hang on a second.
I was PC
Because
gaming, so yeah.
well, that's the problem is when the 360 came out, it kind of destroyed PC gaming. Because what they did it was they started moving all the developers onto the 360 stuff rather than having them on the PC side. And then you got the strategy games that people have made like Age of Empires because they weren't making 360 games. They went bye, and then they lost all these studios and shut all the studios down, and now they've got to buy new studios. Well done. But then again, Microsoft is sitting on a pile of cash too, like Nintendo. But hey, these things are that. So I think that they've done some good things. So the good things I think that you can say that Microsoft have done is network connectivity.
Oh,
That network,
their
yeah.
platform is second to none. Yeah.
I would argue the Xbox One generation, some of the network features versus the PS4 generation network features weren't very good. It's like
Okay.
joining parties wasn't as easy as it was on the PS4. Someone did the
Sure.
homework on the PS4 and no one bothered on the fucking Xbox. Oh no, we've done it already. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Again, I've always experienced PC networking, so it's been always been fine. So
Yeah. But yeah, we've got that, and then there's the aggressive buyouts of companies, which is kind of shrinking the market. It shrank when we had the Xbox One and the PS4 generation, when we lost a lot of companies through mismanagement, and now it's shrinking further as they're buying these companies. The worst thing is there should be buying the smaller companies and building them like Sony does, and increasing the gaming industry rather than going for the top dogs and shrinking the gaming industry. Because the people who always won the console wars and stuff were those who could grow. So, for example, when PlayStation came along, console gaming was seen as quite kiddie and niche. Yeah, PlayStation came along, it was the teen 20s dance music sort of thing, and the kids just came along for the ride at the same time too. Microsoft 360 kind of increased it through the networking and the Xbox Live. The Wii, everyone could play because the controller. The problem that they saw was that people would have trouble playing with the controller and the buttons and stuff. Again, grew the market. 3DS touchscreen again grew the market because it was expanded to more people. Maybe that's a bad example, but
Nintendo know what they're doing.
it's weird. Yeah, it is. It's just they have their fans, and but more importantly, they keep their fans happy.
Yeah, they made
And they
one
give their
screw
fans
up.
what they want.
They made one screw up, and we know what that was. It was the Wii U, and that was only because of marketing. Marketing screwed that up because
Yeah,
everybody thought it was just a Wii with a handheld screen. They didn't
yeah.
realise it was a more powerful console, but it was the precursor to the Switch.
I was debating to buy a Wii U the other day. I saw one in
It's
CEX.
fantastic console. Just make sure you get the black one.
Yeah. I saw it was going for about £8. I was like, oh, I could, but anyway, the debate around Xbox role in the game industry is multifaceted. Whilst some view the strategy as aggressive and potentially harmful, others see it as a major player pushing the industry forward. Regardless of one's stance, the recent leaks have certainly ignited discussion about the future of gaming and the giants that shape it. But it's quite simple. Competition is good for everyone, all the consumers. Not good for the corporations, but good for us. The more competition, they're going to have to figure out how to cut prices, make things better, even though we've had the game increase, and be more innovative.
And I'm going to say it again. Atari are coming.
No,
Oh, they are.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Anyway, in that confusion, next up.